manipulated by the white man. Well, the white man got you thinking you came on ship. You can continue to believe whatever you want to believe. Just stay the fuck out the way of the organic people of the land. That's all we asking. We don't care how many of you niggas want to be unapologetically African and Afrocentric, right? We don't have no problem with none of that shit, because we was already doing business, trade, and intermarrying across the water before we both got sacked on both sides of the water, if y'all not paying attention, right? But this ain't got nothing to do with that. Right now, this got something to do with the organic people of the land, Big Mama boys, cleaning Big Mama house up, and letting the rest of us know what's going on across the land. We finna hit these motherfuckers in their pockets, because we gonna make them motherfuckers scream. Right? So, just let it be known. Right? We don't care if you unapologetically African or if Afrocentric, I'm a Pan-Africanist Garveyite too, but I ain't from Africa. Right? Because the Africans all told me, all of the Pan-Africans of knowledge, of learning, told me we was already here. Y'all already at home. What the fuck is you talking about? Right? Go back and read the indigenous books. They'll tell you. So they came up with all these color codes, skin colors, paper bag clubs. Right? They separated us by skin color. The light ones versus the dark ones and the Willie Lynchism. All that bullshit. And y'all niggas are still falling for it. I don't got nothing to do with none of that shit. It got nothing to do with me. The only thing got something to do with me is Big Mama told me to tell y'all who the chiefs of the land is and let y'all call them motherfuckers to the forefront. Because when y'all call them to the forefront, they got to tell you what the fuck is going on the land, who responsible for the dirt being done, and what we gonna do to clean this shit up. That's all I care about. I don't care if your ass came from Mars, Nibiru, Pluto. I don't care if you Ashtar Command, Pleiadian, Arcturian. I don't care if you a Wookiee. I don't give a fuck if you Jabba the Hutt. It doesn't matter to me. As long as you don't stop us from doing Big Mama job, what she sent us to, I wouldn't give a fuck. Just stay out the way and it's all over. Ain't nobody gonna be left behind. Because she saying no guys and no little yous. You don't treat people the way they treat you. Because if you treat people the way they treat you, you're going to be a tyrant. Goddamn right we ain't black. Right? Black don't have nothing to do with skin tone. Right? They called us blacks because they attacked us. It's a chess term. And they called themselves white because they was the attacker. Right? And we thinking it means skin color. You know, I done seen some dark motherfuckers. My boy Taz told me on Taz TV, he said, man, he showed me a black motherfucker. I found purple motherfuckers, navy blue motherfuckers, hot chocolate motherfuckers. I never found a true black motherfucker. Even when they dark as hell, they got some kind of tint that let you know they ain't black. Some of them got blue tint, some of them got green tint. Some of the motherfuckers got purple tint, but none of them motherfuckers look like none of them don't look like, even the darkest one look like dark chocolate, like chocolate with no milk. Right? So the crazy thing is, I mean, shit, melanin itself is not even black. Melanin is a dark chocolate brown, darker than chocolate, like coffee, like black coffee. If you put it in the sun, you're going to get a brown tint. Right? So, white represent death the whole time. All that shit represent death in the sense that it's a mental death. Because the mental death allows you to take a half a concept and give it a whole false identity, which causes miscalculation. And as long as you generate the miscalculation, then somebody can use the miscalculation to mislead. And this is where the problem come in, because we too quick to jump on top of some shit, some bandwagon shit, and don't want to ask nothing because we don't want nobody asking us nothing. I got informed because I wanted to be able to inform. I went and informed myself so I knew what the fuck I was seeing, even if it didn't sound right to nobody around me. But I had to go and inform myself as to what they was doing so I can inform y'all of how to undo it. Now we gonna kick them in the pockets. And so this is the part of the game where you get to see them buckle. So a couple of updates for y'all. As of Friday, the corporation that was defunct has no more finances. So they had into the close of business today to come up with some money that they didn't never come up with. So on the Pluto return, which is tomorrow, which is George Washington's birthday, who is the motherfucker who issued the challenge to the Moors and the indigenous to tell us who we wasn't and who they were, right? All of this shit, my mama used to tell me all my life, what goes around comes around. All of this shit that went around is on its way back around, and it comes through a Pluto return. That's some heavy shit, right? So we got the 2/22/2022 portal. We got the Pluto return on George Washington's birthday. George Washington issued a challenge to the Moors and the indigenous because they thought we was the same, but we ain't. And when they found out now that we ain't the same and that I can tell the difference between us and them wherever they meet. And when they send they motherfucking, because Elijah said the last trick the devil gonna do is to just freely offer you his woman, but he ain't never tell you his woman was gonna smell like a half a cow, right? Because our women believe in yoni care. Like that's like a big thing because the yoni is the portal of life, and the portal of life is a sacred place. And the desecration of the sacred place comes in the form of mastectomies and hysterectomies. So if we understood that by watching how our people move, watch how they move, we reverence the womb and they despise it. That doesn't make sense. How do you despise the womb when you come from one? But they don't have that respect for the womb. They got a greater respect for the phallus. You can't grow in the phallus for 9 months. It's just not going to happen. Right? So we can push this patriarchal bullshit agenda, or we can go back to us. I vote for go back to us. So I tell y'all the secret. The secret is them niggas that don't want to be black don't have to be black. You know, because all of us wasn't intended to be in the war. All of us wasn't part of the war. You got to remember, everybody didn't sign treaties with these motherfuckers. Some of us ain't never stopped fighting. That's why they got blowed up shit all over this bitch, flooded out cities all over this bitch, castles that's abandoned all over this bitch, because all the motherfuckers that lived in the castles went to fighting Seminole Wars. All the motherfuckers lived in the castle went to fighting Seminole Wars. Ain't nobody staying in Big Mama house if Big Mama ain't safe to come home. That's just the way it is. We ain't letting nobody stay in there, and y'all ain't either.
But man,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Now I'm about to get ready to get out because I'm starting to get.
Yeah, you brought me back. So, but now you see Alexander. Remember the scrolls of destiny? He had to get this cast scroll of government. And I told you he was in Lil Son.
Yeah, Lil Son. Yeah, it make hey, everything you saying is starting to make a lot of like a sucker sense, man. How they saying that this dude birth so Enlil came down and hit his mama from the back, impregnated her, birthed this nigga so he could be part of the takeover of our land, of conquering the earth. It's part of conquering it. They said they were gonna conquer and
Might have been around that time.
Yeah.
But that's when they got the southwestern United States from Mexico in the treaties for the protectorate right.
So technically,
Mexico was under a Spanish protectorate during that time.
So technically, when we see a whole bunch of Mexicans in Texas and these areas you name, they really was already there. Some of them was already there. They not.
Yeah.
Man,
they calling them illegal aliens.
Yeah.
They the ones who's got the blood right to the land, and that's why they keep coming home.
Dang. That's crazy.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's move on. Okay, so now they didn't made their trek across the land. You see how it is now?
Yeah.
It includes all that land that we was talking about.
Yeah.
Right. You see that on the right side, it look like stair steps going up.
Yeah.
The Rocky Mountains is the natural separation right there.
Yeah. Look how it was all the way up there. Damn near almost. That's all California pretty much. And then some of like Oregon and like Utah, some of Utah. Yeah. Texas. Yeah.
You can side by side compare it to a modern American map. Now remember, the blue part, now look at it, the United States of America, then cross the Appalachians and move to the Rockies. Right? Now they back against the Rockies. They got the Mexicans over the hills from them. And this is the Mexican-American War. This is the American invasion to wrestle. The English want to wrestle the country from the Spaniards.
Dang, that's crazy, bro. Right there, too.
Okay, now, by treaty, this is what they annexed from them. Annex means that you hold part of the treaty back until certain conditions is met. Now, Mexico is just as oil rich as Saudi Arabia damn near. Let's pull up Mexico oil reserve.
Okay, let's get them.
Mexico don't nobody need to be poor in Mexico. When I get done showing you what I'm about to show you, nobody in Mexico should be poor.
Man, crack. Hey, somebody say Rod Hayes get these niggas, man. Look at the oil reserve. Damn.
Go to the main page so it can tell you how much they got.
Oh, look. What? Fortune. What? Let go. Real quick. So they got 50. Magnitude.
Go back to the main page because we want to see.
Okay, let me go back.
Okay, go to all at the top.
I got you. Let me get this out of the way. It says 58 billion barrels.
5.8 billion barrels.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Okay, what it say in 2021? Crude oil reserve in Mexico amounted to 5.8 billion barrels, a decrease of 50% from the 10.5 billion barrels reported in 2009. Mexico is the second largest crude oil producer in Latin America, ranking behind Brazil.
Damn.
Why they poor? That ain't
Yeah. Go ahead. Get these niggas, right?
Right. So pull up Mexican mineral wealth.
Mexico is amongst the world's largest producer of oil, silver, copper, gold, lead, zinc, natural gas, and wood. Other minerals such as mercury, cadmium, anonymous, magnesium, iron, and coal, and also are found. Okay, now look, before you go any further, see the dark print? So, amongst the world's largest producers of oil, silver, copper, gold, lead, zinc, natural gas.
So again, why is they leaving Mexico to come up here for a fucking job?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Now, all the same, pull up Texas oil production. This would have been Mexico wealth too had America not annexed Texas.
crude oil. 15,000.
15 point.
Okay, it's a point.
612 million barrels.
Damn. That's why Texas is one of the richest states up in the United States. It's more billionaires in Texas than anywhere.
Right now, watch this.
Yeah.
This oil is not traded on the only open market. The American military buy all American made oil for the National Reserve. All of this oil they've been buying it from the producers or the producers. They've been buying the oil and they've been saving it for critical times. In case, because remember, they defeated Japan by cutting off their fuel supply.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what made the Japanese become kamikaze or wind warriors, flying their planes into the boats.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So they're stealing the wealth from Mexico. Somebody is. Right. So the people not getting they all of this is belong to the people of Mexico.
Hey, there's a connection between, because when Madrid took over, because he was in connection with Bush and them, and Bush and them was connected with the Rockefellers, and the Rockefellers, John D. Rockefeller was the all Standard Oil, and they was down there in Mexico drilling for oil, Standard Oil. That's John D. Rockefeller now.
Now watch this. Put in Arizona oil wealth.
Oh shit. Somebody say, shit.
All of this came on the heels of the Louisiana Purchase.
All right. Oh yeah. Texas is the richest. Okay, hold up. What does it say right here?
Okay, it said they don't have an oil reserve.
Okay. No proof.
Or natural gas reserve. Okay, so put in New Mexico.
Yeah, they have collected 7.8 billion. Project in states off. Search Mexico.
It said the state accounted for more than 11% of total U.S. crude oil production.
What? That's a big number though. 10% is a big ass number. That's a big ass number.
Yeah.
That's like 100,000 out of a million.
Yeah, look at the number. Crude oil. 3.365 million barrels. That's 3.365 million barrels of crude from New Mexico. Now remember this all revenue that Mexico as a nation would have had they not annexed this. Now let's look at Nevada and California to see how much wealth is being stolen by the organic people from Mexico proper.
It says they 15 small oil fields in the 3 areas of state. All right, hold up. So it says Nevada.
It's not significant. Okay, now California.
All right, we got you. But that's still a lot. But 10% just alone in New Mexico.
Yeah. Now that didn't even count what they getting as Mexico and what they would be getting if Texas was still Mexico.
1.8 million barrels is coming from California every day. Oh, it's consumed every day. Hold up. Damn, that's a lot of. Oh, this. Oh, and California has having now. Oh, will.
The question is, if they producing this much gas fuel in California, why is their gas prices so much higher on the West Coast?
Exactly. That's a good question.
All right, now, so we know that somebody's stealing money from Mexico. They used the treaties to annex California, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, and Texas from Mexico. Texas became the Lone Star State. It's the only state that doesn't need congressional approval to sever from the Union. So the state of California, the state of Texas, if it decided to secede from the United States, can form itself up into many as 5 different independent nations. This is all in a treaty arrangement, right?
Right.
So now Texas got representatives in the Senate and Congress because they became a state. The same as with New Mexico, Arizona, California, and Nevada. Now, all of these people that they calling the illegals, this is what they stealing from them proper.
Fire, man.
So when we talk about the Indigenous Rights Act and reclaiming the wealth of the land, reparations is pocket change. It's a distraction. Because we got full right to the mineral wealth of the earth, according to the motherline coming out of Big Mama house. Right? The coal and the gold. So in this case, liquid coal, which is oil.
That's right.
Right? So when you're looking at people in poverty, don't think that their nation is poor because the people in poverty. Just realize that somebody's stealing the money at the top and not sharing the wealth with the people from the land. And the people need to be in the outrage. But the people are so busy trying to make their day-to-day life that the harder the taskmaster and the more oppressed they keep them, the less they can see their way out of the oppression. The guy, put this name in your Google. I want people to see who he is. His name is Emilio, Amilio Zapata, Zapa.
I got him. Yeah. We got his head right here.
This is DeMarcus Garvey of Mexico.
Oh, yeah. I made a movie about this dude.
They don't like us talking about him.
Let me blow him up.
Click the first picture. That's the one I like of him with the big Garvey mustache.
I got you. Let me get him out there. Let me get him. Right there.
He
look like Pablo S. He look like that dude. What's that one name? Not Pablo. Yeah, the other one that was working for Pablo. That they kept on arresting. The feds kept on arresting. He broke out. Not Gustavo. What's that dude name? Somebody drop in the chat. They know who I'm talking about. The one that was moving in the underground. Let me get him pulled up, right? Damn, what the hell just happened?
You were just in there.
Yeah, I'm like right here. I got it right here. Boom. I got a bigger hard drive on the way, so I'm gonna have this all neater. So and I'm gonna have all your folders, every class we do saved up. Right, so, okay, where is it at? Boom, I got him right here. Oh yeah.
So Emilio's a
Chapo, yeah, Chapo, that's his name. Chapo. He look like El Chapo.
No, he don't look like El Chapo.
Yeah, darker though. You know, he got the black, he got some black in him or whatever.